Forget trying to rank Brisbane's best cafes. Instead, this video is all about the experiences. We'll explore riverside cafes, hidden laneways, secret gardens, rooftop views, and must-visit coffee destinations to showcase just how diverse the Brisbane cafe scene really is. Brisbane is a river city, so river cafes are very popular. First on the list is Joey's. Joey's is one of the best known riverside cafes. It sits perched at the top of the cliffs at Kangaroo Point. Its location makes it a popular choice for breakfast and brunch. It's a proper sit-down cafe, but it also has a window out the front for people to grab coffee and pastries on the go. If you're eating in, try and request a table along the back because of the uninterrupted views across the Brisbane River to the city skyline below. Side note, I really like their custom takeaway coffee cans. If you want something more river level, not far from Joey's, across the Kangaroo Point Bridge is Mulga Bills. Mulga Bills is on the city side of the river, so you get these amazing views of the Story Bridge. Positioned right at the end of the bridge and besides the river walk, it's a popular stop for people exploring the city botanical gardens and for office workers around the Eagle Street area. We wanted to spend time and soak in the laid-back Sunday brunch atmosphere, so we went for one of their larger banquets, and it did not disappoint. While Brisbane's southern neighbours might be more known for their laneway culture, Brisbane still has a few good options. John Mills himself is a cafe that's hidden away in the subterranean depths of a heritage-listed warehouse on Charlotte Street. The cafe is named after the building's original occupant, John Mills, who ran a letterpress and printer for decades between the 1920s and 1970s. The new owners converted this once storeroom into a cafe where they make some of the best coffee and treats in the CBD. It might look small, but this definitely isn't a grab and go. Grab a coffee and sit inside and enjoy the cozy atmosphere. Burnett Lane has become one of Brisbane's busiest food laneways, and Felix for Goodness has been one of its longest running cafes. Unlike many specialty coffee cafes, Felix has built its reputation around generous seasonal breakfasts and house-made meals, making it just as popular for brunch as it is for a quick coffee. And oh boy, is it popular. I've seen queues outside most times I've walked past, so be warned, there could be a wait for a table. Truth be told, I actually waited outside on a weekday before they opened, just to make sure I got a good seat and so I could film all of this for you guys without people crowding each shot. Honestly though, I think the popularity is well deserved. I ordered the strawberry French toast and it was absolutely delicious, as was the takeaway coffee and muffin. If hidden cafes are more your thing, Brew is one that's surprisingly easy to miss. Although it's located on Burnett Lane in the middle of Queen Street, its discreet entrance below street level makes it the sort of place you'd walk straight past if you didn't know it was there. Despite being hidden away, you'll usually find it packed with people grabbing coffee, breakfast, or lunch in its unique underground setting. The underground setting gives Brew a completely different atmosphere to the cafes above. Rather than looking out over busy streets, you're tucked beneath the city in a space that feels secluded and cozy, despite being right in the middle of the CBD. Now, the storefront for Coffee Iconic isn't hidden at all. In fact, from the street, it looks like a fairly ordinary cafe. The hidden part comes once you make your way through the entrance and down the side of the building, where it opens into a secluded courtyard tucked between Brisbane's skyscrapers. It's a surprising contrast to the busy streets outside, and somewhere you'd probably never discover unless somebody pointed you in the right direction. You can come here at any time of the week, but I can really see the appeal of this place on a Friday afternoon. You know, the kind of lunch break that starts with a quick bite and somehow turns into 2 or 3 hours. With the courtyard tucked away from the streets above, it's the sort of place where you can accidentally, purposely lose track of time. Now, let's leave the city behind for a while and swap the skyscrapers for a bit more green. While Canary is located within Brookfield Gardens on Brisbane's western outskirts, surrounded by landscape gardens and a working nursery. The peaceful setting makes it feel more like a country cafe rather than somewhere that's 20 minutes from the CBD. I think this is the perfect weekend brunch spot. With both indoor and outdoor seating, it's well suited to everything from a quiet breakfast for 2 to catching up with a larger group of friends. We definitely skipped the pancakes and waffles here and went straight for the more substantial brunch options. And once you've finished eating, don't rush straight home. Take some time to wander through the nursery and gardens. You've already escaped the city, so you might as well make the most of it. Now let's head to the top of Mount Cootha. As Brisbane's highest and most recognisable lookout, it's one of the city's most popular attractions, so parking can be limited, particularly on the weekends. At the summit you'll find both a cafe and a restaurant, but for this video I'm going to focus on the cafe. Sitting right beside the lookout, Summit Cafe offers breakfast, lunch and coffee throughout the day, all with panoramic views across Brisbane. Whether you're here for a full breakfast or just a coffee, it's hard not to get distracted by the view. The food certainly holds its own, but with Brisbane stretching out below you, this is one of those places where you'll probably find yourself looking up from your plate every few minutes. If you're after something a little more substantial, don't overlook the restaurant either. Even if you don't have a reservation, you can still order from the bar menu and enjoy your meal al fresco, overlooking the same spectacular view. The final cafes are all about unique experiences, and few places capture that better than the next stop on the list. Before we get there, I wanted to quickly show you Coffee Anthology. It's owned by the same team behind the next cafe on the list, the Maillard Project, and has become one of Brisbane's most popular specialty coffee cafes. The team explained it to me like this: Anthology is their main commercial cafe, while the Maillard Project is where they get to experiment. It's part cafe, part roastery, and part training space, giving them the freedom to develop new ideas, roast their own coffee, and share what they've learned with customers and the wider coffee community. If you're simply after an exceptional cup of coffee, Coffee Anthology is still a fantastic choice. But if you'd like to learn more about coffee and experience something a bit more unique, that's where the Maillard Project really shines. They're real coffee aficionados. Even the name has meaning. It comes from the Maillard reaction, the science behind many of the flavors developed during the roasting process, which gives you a pretty good idea at how much the team values quality coffee. As luck would have it, I visited while they were holding one of their coffee cupping sessions and they invited me to join in. We sampled coffees from all over the world while the team explained the subtle differences between each one. It was really unexpected and a fun experience. Our next stop is Ray's Rooftop, home to Brisbane City's only rooftop cafe. Whether you're stopping in for breakfast, lunch, or just a coffee, it's a chance to enjoy the city from a perspective most people never experience. Our final stop is Death Before Decaf, and there's really only one thing you need to know about this place. It never closes. As day turns to night, most cafes begin closing their doors. This is where Death Before Decaf comes alive. Open 24 hours a day, every day of the year, it's one of the few places in Brisbane where you can still grab a proper barista-made coffee in the middle of the night, instead of settling for whatever the nearest drive-thru has to offer. But it's not just the opening hours that make Death Before Decaf memorable. The edgy decor, heavy music, and overall vibe make it feel completely different to every other cafe on this list. I've seen this place packed at all times of the day, so people aren't here just because it's the only option. They're here because it's a destination in its own right, and of course, their coffee is amazing. Hopefully you've discovered a few new cafes to add to your list. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel guides, recommendations, and reviews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.